In this movie, a comedian falls in love with his girlfriend's parents, and I think I just found my new fantasy. Hello. It's me again. Okay, I'm pretty sure I watered down the synopsis too much. So The Big Sick stars Kumail Nanjiani as himself, a Pakistani comedian who falls in love with a white woman as they struggle to connect their cultural differences.
Sex again, yeah.
I'm just not that kind of girl. I only have sex once on the first date. I'm just gonna call an Uber.
Your driver will be ready as soon as he puts on his pants.
And it's loosely based off Nanjiani's real-life relationship with Emily Gordon, which makes sense considering they wrote the screenplay together. Hello? Michael Showalter directs, and I'm growing more and more of a fan of his work, having been introduced to him as Coop from Wet Hot American Summer. And that show, underneath its zaniness, also has a touch of heart, and he's bringing more of that element to his directorial work. And it came as a pleasant surprise learning that he directed last year's My Name is Doris, and The Big Sick is similar in terms of tone to My Name is Doris. Both movies have a quirky millennial element, and I'm not sure I appreciated all of the humor. Some of it got a bit too millennial for me, but most of that came from the comedians themselves, believe it or not. I'm familiar with Bo Burnham's work, and I'm also a fan of A.D. Bryant's talent on SNL, but they both felt underused in this movie, almost too much like indie side characters. Their characters are serviced as Kumail's friends, but I almost feel as if their external talents could have helped contribute to a funnier beginning of the movie. That being said though, the movie begins as a typical romantic comedy would, but that's exactly what Nanjiani and Showalter want their audience to think, because the second act takes a turn that I wasn't expecting, at least in terms of romantic comedy structure. Now I didn't know much about this movie going in, so I didn't expect Ray Romano and Holly Hunter as Emily's parents to play such prominent roles, arguably more so than Zoe Kazan.
Why you're here?
I'm just gonna stay for a second. Is this seat? Okay. Is that lady still looking at me?
It still operates under romantic comedy rules, but it quickens their relationship up faster than a typical movie in this genre would. So we get Kumail's and Emily's love story quick, actually within the first 10 to 20 minutes. And though their relationship builds faster than expected, I appreciated that their bonds form stronger when the two leads are separated. And the budding relationship itself, the reluctance to fall in love, not only felt plausible because of the character's past, but because of the acting as well. Nanjiani and Gordon connect really well on screen together, and I really found myself connecting to Nanjiani as a persistent, geeky, funny when he's not supposed to be kind of guy. Because when you take a comedian off stage, his jokes are going to raise eyebrows, and that's exactly what happens. I felt the cultural challenges of this movie were handled really well. Kumail and his parents are from completely different generations.
I wonder who that could be.
I'm guessing it's a young single Pakistani woman.
This is Zubeda.
For your files?
Your X-Files?
That's your favorite show, huh?
The truth is out there.
It makes sense that he rejects the idea of arranged marriage, but rather of subscribing to the idea that love will find your soulmate for you. But again, the movie identifies the cultural challenges from all angles, and I found myself personally connected to Kumail and Emily's parents' relationship. We needed this trio's relationship more than we needed the pairs themselves. We've seen that over and over and over in these movies, and I'm glad we received it in the beginning, and then it moved on to a more compelling story. So all in all, The Big Sick didn't reach the highs of humor that I wanted it to be. Maybe the heartwarming element hindered that just a little bit, but it wasn't enough to ruin the experience for me. But what did you guys think of The Big Sick? Is it your new favorite romantic comedy, or does it fall flat amongst the rest? Let me know in the comments, and I hope we can start a discussion about it. As always guys, I'm Rob of Duto Reviews, and if you enjoy the content, feel free to like the video and subscribe to my channel. It's greatly appreciated. I'll see you guys in the next one.